Guys. Just a quick update. I met with a good friend of mine who's a bookkeeper and accountant, and just to figure out because since I landed my first deal last week, this week I'm going to be sending out. I wonder if I have that copy. I do, but it's over there. I'm not going to get up. But yeah, this week I'm sending out a marketing piece to a lot of people who already know me and know what I'm capable of and you know like my work basically, and they without getting into details, I wouldn't share details with them anyway, but without getting into details, like they know what I've been up to. They know that I'm the mastermind behind this, and that we went from one location to three. And excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So, um, so these people are already, like I said, I'm pretty much marketed to these people now. I'm just going to put myself out there and let them know, like, I'm here. Um, and just like some marketing. All right, so I am going to talk to you about this, just to share some like marketing tactics with you. So this is pre-edited. So like I said, I don't have don't have certain things on here that I would have if I were marketing to people who knew nothing about me or what I do or anything. But like I said, these people have seen my work for years. They've seen what we've been, what that company's been going through. So they're all very well aware of what's been going on, and, that I'm the marketing director behind all of that. So I did a piece where, basically like put my face right up in the corner so they know, hey, that's Lane, like, get their attention. I thought about even making that a little bigger, bringing down the size of some of the writing. I'll try to. I'm gonna split test, so I'm gonna see how that goes. So what I did was first of all, get their attention. You've been handpicked from Dentists Across Central Florida, my face. So those two things should be getting their attention. And then I'm complimenting them basically, like obviously, like it's kind of saying, hey, I know you. Your practice, your ethics, the way you conduct your business are important. That's why I've chosen you as a potential client. So I focus on a lot of really important factors when marketing. So there are certain things that need to be there. You need to have a good headline. You need to have a good sub headline. Not too wordy. This might look a little wordy at a glance, but it's all bullet points. It's all pretty short. And you need to have enough information there. In fact, if you do look at a lot of copy, a lot of copy does have a fair amount of words, but just not long paragraphs. Okay, so that's important. But so some of the things that I look for is so Robert Cialdini is a psychologist, or I think he was, technically a psychologist, or maybe a psychiatrist. But either way, he did a lot of studies on the principles of influence. He has a book that's I believe his book is called The Principles of Influence. I might have it here. I don't have it handy. But yeah, so there's 6 principles of influence that he says are important. And anytime I'm doing a marketing piece, I kind of think back on those principles of influence. So, besides having, contact information, properly, like contact information that's accurate, my logo, something that's attention grabbing, a call to action, which means, a call to action can be as simple as, like, I even say it here, call today. But there's also on here, I put a second section, so that call to action says call today, but this I put a limitation section because and that's where I'm using another principle of influence. So let me give you the principles of influence real quick, okay? So we'll do a quick marketing session for you guys, okay? So principles of influence are, the 6 of them are reciprocity, which means, you give, it just encourages people to want to give back to you. That's the principle of reciprocity, okay? So, and I do teach that in my marketing strategies. So liking, when someone likes you, they're more apt to work with you, buy with you, do whatever, spend money on you, consensus, also known as social proof. So those are your reviews. Those are, word of mouth. It's what the rest of the world thinks about you. And so, that's why reviews are hugely, hugely powerful. And I stress that tremendously with any client I work with. In fact, one of my clients that I'm starting with has one Google review and it's a 1 star. And there's no reason for it. They're a great practice. In fact, I think their Facebook reviews are like, I think they have a 5-star Facebook review with like, I don't know, a handful of reviews, a good amount of reviews. I'd say a good amount, an okay amount of reviews. More than one, lots more. So that's hugely, hugely powerful. Authority. So authority is is playing into why they should listen to you. So I'll show you how I incorporate all of this into my marketing. Okay. So authority, I mean, we use it. So, I talk about marketing from the inside out. So this is a huge tactic that we use, within the business, to influence our, whoever, customers, patients, whatever it is. And that is just, looking like an authority, behaving like an authority, professional behavior. These are things that are important that people will, kind of forget about. But so that's another principle. There's 2 more. There's consistency, which consistency just means exactly what it is. Like everything, all the information is consistent, your behavior is consistent. So if you're not familiar, so there's this really prestigious award called the Malcolm Baldrige Award, okay? And it's for service. Ritz-Carlton, you hear me talk about Ritz-Carlton. I've been trained by Ritz-Carlton a few times, several times now. So that whole, like the principles of service and things like that, it's because I've worked with Ritz-Carlton on a handful of occasions. Having they only have like 4 or 5 outside trainers, but they do have outside trainers that will train other people. So I've actually been trained by at least three different Ritz-Carlton trainers. God, it has to be more than that now. There's only a few of them, but I've seen most of them now. But yeah, so I've worked with Ritz-Carlton. That's why I tend to go to them. I've, in terms of like businesses with great reputations and great, standards of service. So Ritz-Carlton has won the Malcolm Baldrige Award, I think twice. One of the biggest things about the Malcolm Baldrige Award, it's extremely prestigious. You do not get this easily. In fact, I think the process to even win goes on for months and months, and it's months and months of people, these people who are judging, like scouring through your businesses. And I don't remember exactly all the details, but I'm sure that they are showing up in Ritz-Carltons all over the world, and they're looking for that consistency. Consistency is one of the big, big major keys to, winning the Malcolm Baldrige Award. So consistency is hugely impactful. And scarcity. So scarcity is the last principle of influences. And these are, like I said, this is Robert Cialdini. This is what he teaches. But it's really, if you use these things, you cannot go wrong. So when I create a marketing piece, I look at these principles of influence and, kind of go through them as like a checklist in my head. Okay, have I hit this? Have I hit this? Have I hit this? So authority, I already have. Okay. Authority, liking, all these people that I'm going to market to this week, these are all people that know me. They like me. They know I'm an authority, so I've already I've got the authority checked off. I've got the consensus checked off. I've got the liking checked off. Authority, consensus, consistency. They've been seeing me for years doing this work, and, the company that I was working for doing well, they just opened last month. When I left, they just opened their 3rd location. So they've been doing really well. So I kind of have a lot of that checked off. So when I was making this, my main point was to let them know who this is coming from. So putting my picture, in fact, I think my split test will have, the other one will have a bigger picture of me. I mean, I think that's enough, but anyway, a headline. So, I mean, it's getting their attention that they see my face, like, what the hell is this? And then, you have been handpicked from dentists across Central Florida, because I have a list of like over 500 offices that I've been working with for years now. But this is only going to, I picked out like 35 offices, that this is going to. And so it's kind of, that sounded so loud. So this is going to, all of those people. So the call to action, I do have a specific, like, I don't know if you can see it, like, call today. I don't want to show my phone number. Call today, but and then I have a separate section that has limitations. So call today, I don't think, I mean, it is industry standards. Yeah, it's a strong call to action, whatever we could say that. But I also, in my limitation section, now this is where I created some scarcity. So I did a kind of like a teaser where, a free strategy session. So that really gets their attention, one-on-one consultation, review your current strategies, discuss what you'd like to see happening, zero in on what you can do to get your business headed in the direction you want. Okay. One thing I will say is, when you're writing copy, if you don't know, and when I say writing copy is creating this stuff. Copywriting is the words that go into ad pieces. Okay. So, when you're writing copy, you want to focus on, like, okay, so you have been handpicked from dentists across Central Florida. Your practice, your ethics, and the way you conduct your business are important. That's why I've chosen you as a potential client. Copy needs to be about whoever's buying, not about you. It's not about, here's what I can do for you. I do this and I do this and I do this. It's about, make it about them. Okay. So that's like, I'm thinking, I keep looking this way. I think the camera's over there. Camera's there. Oops. I don't usually use this for video. So that just pro tip. Okay. Make it about them. So my limitations. So this is where I'm creating some scarcity. Okay. Only the first 3 new clients to sign a contract will be accepted. To sign a contract. That doesn't mean the free strategy session. That doesn't mean saying, hey, I'm gonna, I want to do this. I want to work with you. It's signing a contract. 5-mile non-compete, first come, first serve basis, based on, I put in parentheses, based on contract signing. So first person in that 5-mile radius, if there's 2 offices and they're 3 miles apart and they both want my services, whoever signs the contract first is going to get it. And the other one I won't be able to work with, because I'm just putting in like a 5-mile non-compete. It is ethically, I don't feel it's right for me to be marketing for 2 offices that are only a few miles apart from each other. I mean, even just consulting marketing, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, and to be honest, like, I can consult this office and they can do absolutely nothing with it. I have seen businesses where they spend tons of money on training and things like that, and do absolutely nothing that they're taught to do. I mean hundreds of thousands of dollars. Alexa, stop. It startled me. She started playing music. She must have thought I was talking to her. But yeah, so I mean, even with that considered, like, that people will invest a ton of money to have marketing training and all this stuff, and then they still don't do a damn thing with it. It happens. I know that, but still, like, ethically, I don't want to have 2 clients within 5 miles of each other, especially if I'm doing any work for them or creation for them. I just don't want to do it. Deadline for scheduling your free strategy session is March 10th. Deadline for scheduling your free strategy session is March 10th. And I put in small print there. Sessions will be held starting March 27th. I am going out of town in between here and there. And I'm starting with my first client this week. So just to kind of space it out. So I will start working with, consulting these other offices and having sessions with them the end of this month. So, and I put just like, it's my call to action, has my contact information. I did a who is this for, which I think what I'm going to do for my split test is I'm going to I'm gonna maybe shrink down some of the print. Maybe not even like maybe just shrink down the side because I have the who is this for section, and I really wanted to split test a different set of things for the who is this for. I think I might rewrite that section and do a different one and split test that and maybe put in my picture a little larger. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So so yeah, just a quick little. I think what I say at the bottom. Oh, I put a little blurb at the bottom because obviously a lot of these people, and actually I'm gonna let my former boss know that I'm sending these out because I'm sending these out to people who know him. I'm sure he's gonna hear. He's gonna be like, she's not there anymore, and I'm sure they're gonna have questions. Hopefully he will be saying the right things about me. I'm counting on that. Coming away from I put a little blurb. Coming away from tremendous results as the marketing director with Advanced Endodontics for the past few years, I'm excited to branch out and help even more great dentists who have I actually that is so loud. What the is that? God. I actually changed this because I just threw in like great in a few different places, and I went back and changed them all to different words. So I think I changed this too. Let me see. Do I have it here? I think I saw let me see. I'm excited to branch out and help even more amazing dentists who have fantastic practices that should be properly marketed to their communities. That's why I'm excited to work with you. And then just a little blurb and bigger, like that was a little like paragraph. This is, in big print. Patients deserve great dentists. You deserve great patients. So that is essentially, that is my my new advertisement to do some one-on-one consulting. Like I've said before, I don't want to get caught up in that like too much. It's just too time consuming, and I have other ventures I want to do. But that will put me at in a really good spot financially. Speaking of financially, I don't think I said this yet, but this was like the reason that I started this whole video, and then I of course got sidetracked talking about marketing because that's what I do. I set up my first corporation this morning. So, I mean, I put the application, I had to go and look and make sure I could get a business name that wasn't already in use, and filled all that out and sent off that paperwork. So I'm establishing my first corporation. I met with like I said, that's what I started to say. And I don't know if I had actually finished saying that, but I had met with my, friend who's an accountant and bookkeeper, and got like the tips from her because I really like after signing this first contract and like okay, and then I was like, if I got, let's say like April, I sign like 3 or 4 more contracts, now I have like a lot of money coming in. Like, how do I manage all of this? Because I'm not gonna pocket all of that. First of all, I want to save a lot of it. How do I save myself from an ass load of taxes? Like, I don't want to pay out 30% in taxes on a lot of money that I'm, bringing in. So, setting up a corporation is pretty pivotal to all of that. So I'll set up a corporation, pay myself a salary. So, and just start going. So it was really cool meeting with her and kind of going over that. And I have all my notes. So like first thing was like go and figure out the corporation thing. And I knew, like, I was like, got up and I was like, first thing I want to do this morning is corporation, get that going, and set that up. And next step would be like, I don't know, it said like 2 to 3 days processing, because the next step is to get the bank account, the business bank account set up. So that'll be step 2, and then have them start paying into that and start paying myself a salary from that. So yeah, I'm freaking stoked. I'm like, it's kind of crazy because it's like, it's like I'm fucking doing this thing. I'm doing it. So it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna try to shorten these. I can talk for a while, especially if I get on a marketing tangent like I did. Um, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Getting the corporation going and getting ready to start marketing myself and starting with, my first client this week and just all kinds of good stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. So, um, that's all. I'm gonna cut it off from here and I will check in with you guys soon. Bye.